My name is Emil Benjamin. I'm from Los Angeles, California. I'm from Santa Monica specifically. I lived in Santa Monica for like most of my life, and then lived in like the Valley, Azusa, for like 3 months, and then moved back out here because I love LA. I got into skating through a lot of boredom. Like I said, everyone was getting into basketball, soccer. I think those are the main ones, which are fun, but I don't like losing, and everyone takes it differently. Some people are just there to have fun. Some people are there to be world champion. Some people are there just to be there. And I always wanted to win. So after getting yelled at for either not being good enough or yelling at other people for not being good enough, I saw some guy skating across the street. I was actually on timeout, actually. I got in trouble. Do we care about this story? So one day, the teacher told us to go on timeout, and they sat us against this wall, the timeout wall. And I just remember just like, man, I felt like a criminal. Like, I can't get old, keep doing this. I gotta do something with my life. Every day we do this. Every day we're on this wall. And I just remember seeing some guy just skating down the street. And everything was in slow motion. I'll never forget that. And that literally sparked my interest. He was just having fun, just skating fast down the street. And I was just like, just doing this thing. And I was like, wow. And then I thought more about it. I'm like, there's no teams, there's no rules. He was just skating, just cruising, having the time of his life. And legit, that point on, 5th grade, 4th grade, McKinley Elementary, on timeout on like a Tuesday. I'll never forget that day. That's what sparked my interest in skateboarding. I would skate from like 10 in the morning till like, just a kid, just honestly skating all day. I can't even give a timestamp. Now that I'm older, now I realize like how much I skated. But one, I had a skate park like 3 blocks away from me. And then 2, I lived on a double wide street. So I had rails and boxes, and I just pull them out every day and just skate them all day until sunset, just because it's really hot during the daytime. And our street had trees, so you're like sitting in the shade. And it was empty. I had it good growing up, actually. And then as soon as sunset hits, time to skate the Cove. Cove was well lit from like 7 to 10 o'clock at night, and then skate there every single night, except Tuesdays and Thursdays for bike sessions. The community is cool. I mean, you can walk up to a skate spot or a skate park and just scan it and see all walks of life, especially in 2020. You have older people who surf way more than skating, and they only skated because they did it in high school when the waves are crappy, so they skate way differently than you skate. It's just everything. Yeah, I think it's complete access. I think my surfing definitely changed my skateboarding. I'll find myself in the wrong part of a wave, but I'm like, this is like skating a mini ramp. And then I'll relax and pull through. And then vice versa, where I'm skating and like I find myself more loose in my hips or loose in my movements, mainly because of surfing. I'd probably say, yeah, and I don't even know what that is, but off bat, like I think definitely I look like a skater in the water. Again, I grew up in Santa Monica, like 18 blocks away, most of my life. Never liked the sand, the water, none of that. Once I found skateboarding, I was madly in love. And then like 4 years down the line, I got into like a gnarly injury and like messed up my wrist. And then my buddy I was hanging out with at the time, his mom and brother took me to El Porto to surf. We go out to El Porto, and then They're telling me the basics, like how to paddle and how to pop up and what to look out for. Like a 5-minute pep talk. It was really short. I ended up catching a wave like first try, and then it like sparked an interest. Like I'm in cool water, like it wasn't as cold. I'm chilling with my buddies. I'm having a good time. I'm not good at this, so this is actually kind of fun. And it's like skating. So then I skated like, we surf all day, skate all night for that whole summer. Now it's surfing, where instead of $60 on a board, you're dropping like 400. So I'm definitely not in that little circle of friends. But things, like you say, look for it and you'll find it. So I ended up getting a board. My buddy gave me one, and then I was just doing morning missions to Santa Monica Bay Street, just waking up, going out there struggling. You can't hide in the kitchen and try popping up. You go out in front of a bunch of grown-ass men who are all looking at you crazy because you don't look like them, and just struggling, getting chewed up by waves, putting your leash on the wrong leg. I didn't have any help. You get to the beach and you have no clue how to paddle, and you're flipping over and you don't know how to sit on top of your board, and people are looking at you and they're trying to paddle now, and you're not sure if they're like helping you or just being sarcastic, and you're just trying to block everything out, and like you're on the verge of like crying and like getting pissed and like losing it. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go skate, like forget surfing. But then you're like, no, like you did better than yesterday. You did better than the day before that. And I definitely am grateful for like those mornings, because I was on missions. I'd wake up at like 6 and go out. And that was not because I knew the waves were better. That was because I thought no one will be out, no one will see me. So I'm like, if I get out there early, no one will see me struggle, and I can like get good. I think skateboarding and surfing definitely helped me on a mental level. Now that I think about it, I used to snap boards back in the day. I used to get angry skating. And that was definitely before I started surfing. I'd throw my board across the park, snap them. And then I got older, I'm like, why are you angry? And I was like, I never thought about that. This is a good session. I'm not gonna let this mess up my night. So on to the next trick, or I guess it's time to surf and like clear my mind a little bit. I mean, skating's treated me well. I've traveled the world because of it. Like literally traveled the world because I rode a skateboard. Future? Where do I see it? I'm still like very, very excited with skating. Like that's the beauty of mixing the two, skating and surfing, and I'm good.